their voices heard, whether that's through not allowing voter suppression, encouraging women and millennials to vote, encouraging young kids who just have the first chance to vote, or minority communities to vote. I think that's the most important part for me. I am voting. I'm voting by absentee ballot. I'm from Pennsylvania. I just got it in the mail, so I need to look over the candidates' platforms really quickly before I vote because I want to make sure I make an informed decision. And I'm voting to make my voice heard because women haven't always had the chance to vote. And I think it's really important that groups such as women and minority communities and immigrants really make their voices heard so that we have a fair representation in Congress of our national interests. I think that it's just important that every voice is heard, whether it's one that agrees with mine or one that does not. I think we need to have fair representation in Congress of conservative and liberal, of women and men, of any other protected group needs to be represented, and I think every group should be represented. Besides the general personability of the candidate, I look for professionalism and experience, as well as considering the importance of having some new faces in Congress. I think that having all career politicians can be detrimental, so I look for a good mix of experience and love of their community.
What is the most important thing to you about the upcoming election?
The most important thing to me about this upcoming election is actually Social Security. Not a lot of people are talking about Social Security, but kind of in the back of my mind, I'm thinking by 2034, Social Security is going to be non-existent. So everyone in the younger generation is paying taxes towards Social Security, but none of us are on pace to see the benefits of that. So to me, that's a big problem, and something that I wish more politicians would talk about prominently, especially soon, because it's an issue that needs to be taken care of very soon. Absolutely, I'm voting. I just got my absentee ballot yesterday, actually, so I'm going to fill that out next week and send it back. And it's super, super important to vote because it's one of the few things that America asks you to do for it. There's two things: it's jury duty and voting are the two things as a citizen that you're not required. Well, jury duty you're required to do, but voting you're not required to do. But it's something that is very important to have a solid democracy. And since America is built on the foundation of democracy, if people don't go out and vote, then that all kind of crumbles. So you have to go out and vote and get your voices heard. That's an interesting question. So one of my friends did not vote in 2016, not because he was against voting, but just because he felt like he wasn't knowledgeable enough to vote. So if you feel like you don't know enough to vote, then just Google some people. It takes about 5-10 minutes to get a general gist of what you're talking about. You don't have to go into details about policies and people and whatnot. So just do a quick Google search to get up to date with what's happening in the world of politics, and then just go out to the polls and vote, or get your absentee ballot and vote, whatever you have to do to get your voice heard. Well, to those who say you don't care, I mean, that's your choice, but the policies that are being made today are going to affect you for the rest of your life. So if you don't care, I honestly don't know what to tell you, because it's your life that you're voting on. It's your future that you're voting on. If you don't care about your future, then there's not much I can tell you about that.
It's important to see which way America will go, and there's obviously some pushback against the current administration, so this could potentially be a referendum on that if enough people think it's not going in the right direction. Yes, I voted in the primary in September, and I will be going back there to vote in a few weeks in early November. And I'm looking forward to going and having my chance to participate in our elections. Well, as students, you're obviously, almost all of our students are younger, so the policies that are being enacted now could impact you for many decades to come. So in order to have policies that are hopefully most beneficial to you, you want to go out and vote for the candidates that you think are the best to lead the country now and in the future. So it's going to impact you for the rest of your life, which is a very long time, so important to participate now. So you certainly want the candidate to be in touch with the needs and desires of the electorate. If they're sort of pushing policies or things that don't really benefit the people that they serve, then that's certainly a red flag. And you want them to seem like they're of a high integrity and moral character and all that thing, because you want to be able to trust that they will act in your best interest. So certainly if they come off as just a decent, hardworking person, then you'd expect that there's a better chance that they'll be there to do the right thing for you.